국제인류애모임의 해상에서 난민 구조에 관련된 규정 보완에 대한 제안이라는 제목으로 발표가 있겠습니다. 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다.
Afternoon, honorable judges, ladies, gentlemen presented as this hall. Our team International Humanitarian Advisor would like to present on proposal on complementary regulations related to rescuing refugees at sea. So our presentation consists of introduction of current issues, 3 complementaries, and conclusion. To rescue or not to rescue is the biggest humanities problem faced by the world nowadays. Migration of refugees at sea is not a new phenomenon that can simply be ignored. According to a report issued on 20 July 2016, there are about 242,179 marine migrants and refugees across the Mediterranean seas. These numbers shows an analysis and statistics that consists of only survivors that are able to get to safety. What about the others? The ones who weren't able to get to safety and still stranded in the seas. Our message is blunt. Migrants are dying who need not. It is time to do more than count the number of deaths. It is time to engage the world to stop this violence against migrants. This is a quote by IOM Director General William Lacey Swain. Let us add to the quote, not only migrants, but refugees as well. The lives at sea are general. There are asylum seekers, immigrants, and refugees. But for our talk today, we will be focused on refugees who fled from conflict or persecution. The importance of providing guidelines, particularly in the case of asylum seekers and refugees, have been obligated in a few regulations. Even though there are regulations and guidelines on this case, there are still problems occurred. Not only that, lacking interest in these issues among countries, refusing them to take the refugees in. We are living in a world that are increasingly divided. Some regions enjoy sustainable level of peace, security, and prosperity, while others seemingly fall into endless cycles of conflict and violence. This is by no means inevitable and must be addressed. Parallel with the United Nations Development Goal number 16, aim to significantly reduce all forms of violence, work with governments and communities to find long-lasting solutions to conflict and insecurity. We think that a few bodies are important in solving this crisis. Firstly, IMO should identify the stability and the condition of the ship in order to save the refugees. Second, IMO and UNHCR should cooperate with each other to encourage and lessen burdens of government and shipping company. And lastly, IMO and ILO should provide treatment to seafarers that were traumatized after the saving process. Looking at this situation, our team suggests to propose a complementary suggestion and guidelines that applies to regulations, responsible groups, shipmasters, and seafarers. Our aim is to encourage and facilitate people in the process of helping the refugees as well as the savior. Now, I would like to call upon our second speaker.
In this big world problem, one may think that Navy and Coast Guard will be the main rescuer of migrant vessels. However, data tell a different story. There were 1,300 merchant vessels diverted to provide first aid to 42,000 people in 2014 and 15,200 people in 2014. aid to these people are certainly a duty for all seafarers in the fulfillment of their maritime traditions and as well as under obligations and regulations. The regulations is such as SOLAS Chapter 5 Regulation 33 and the Salvage Conventions. However, all these regulations and obligations refer to an ordinary circumstance. In a large scale of rescuing missions, not all merchant vessels is suitable. There were a lot of articles questioning about suitability of merchant ships that being used in the missions and also complaint from the shipping company. To avoid this problem and to increase the effectiveness of rescuing missions, we believe IMO should get involved to solve this problem. IMO should provide a guidelines and manual for ships that is unable to render assistance and rescue large scale of refugees. According to SOLAS Chapter 5 Regulation 33, it provides an obligation for all shipmasters to render assistance with all his speed. There are two situations that being stated, which is the first one, ship that is possible to render assistance, and second, ship that is not possible to render assistance by judgments of shipmaster. However, there is no standard judgment for shipmaster. Therefore, we, the International Humanitarian Advisor, would like to propose a guidelines and manual for ship that is unable to render assistance and rescue large scale of refugees. These guidelines and manual will be added in the Merchant Ship Search and Rescue Manual (MERSA) that been published by IMO. Ships that fall in these categories is advised not to continue the missions but still need to follow SOLAS regulations and procedure provided by the MERSA. The shipmaster is not bounded to render assistance if he cannot guarantee safety of the refugees, and also he must consider a safety for his vessels and his ship's crews. Their safety must be the main considerations above all. So now, let us move on one by one into each criteria in the guidelines. The first criteria is the safety conditions of ships. First, the shipmaster must consider if his vessels carrying dangerous goods, such as a Type 1 tanker according to the IPC code. Also, he needs to consider if the stability of his ships can be threatened by taking all the refugees on board. The second criteria is safety of life on board. Shipmaster must consider a safe place that can be provided for the refugees. Refugees cannot be placed on deck as this might bring danger to them. So the only safe place that can be provided is the crew space. The third criteria is there is a strong evidence that shows refugees tend to do crimes on board. There is a potential security threat posed to the crew. As an example, refugees refuse to give away the weapons before taking aboard. The last criteria is the ship crew is untrained to receive a large scale of refugees. This can affect the rescuing missions and also can bring danger both for the refugees and also for the ship crews. To conclude the first complementary, we propose to provide a guidelines on standard judgments of ship that is unable to render assistance and to rescue large scales of refugees. This is to increase effectiveness of rescue missions by minimizing any potential accidents. However, we believe we propose that shipmasters still need to give a maximum help by following the SOLAS regulations and procedure provided by the MERSA. So next, we will talk about the problems and suggest a solutions related to the problem after shipmaster save refugees. So welcome our third speaker.
Now we talk about second and third complementary. This is an article about Tampa accident that had occurred and caused conflict among governments, shipmaster, and shipping company. Last vessels are required by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and other international conventions that they render assistance to the people in distress. But for the protection of its border, the Australian government refused the Norwegian ship to enter its territorial waters and to disembark the people rescued. The Tampa had to wait outside of the Christmas Island until the stand-up resolved. During the course of the incident, the owner of the vessel had to bear the cost caused by the delay of the ship. After the incident, it adopted amendment that the government responsible for the search and rescue region take primary responsibility to ensure the survivors delivered to a place of safety. However, compensation for the loss of government and shipping company is still insufficient. First, to the government, the biggest problem is the financial burden by accepting the refugees. Second, shipping companies are generating economic losses due to the delay in the process of unloading and rescuing refugees. So in this presentation, we propose a method that compensating to encourage the government and shipping companies to rescue refugees more actively. First, issues related to refugees are actually under the jurisdiction of UNHCR, but if a problem is occurred at sea, the IMO and UNHCR should cooperate to solve this problem. So we propose that the IMO and UNHCR should support the government by paying proper amount. For example, EU pays 6,000 euro per one refugee to European countries. Second, we propose that the IMO should recommend that all vessels sailing in the Mediterranean Sea are mandatory to apply the refugee insurance. If insurance companies have no insurance coverage for refugees at sea, it is recommended to create this insurance. Through this method, we can increase the company to join the refugee coverage insurance, and it can reduce the financial burden. So we expect companies to have more positive impact on the humanitarian judgment. Finally, there is a problem about seafarers' trauma. It is based on the 1989 International Convention on Salvage. Every master is bound. He can do so without serious danger to his vessel and persons thereon, to render assistance to any person in danger being lost at sea. But according to the Lieutenant Ken Peters, Director of Justice and Public Affairs at the Mission to Seafarers, the effort and strain placed on seafarers who do the right thing to rescue refugees at sea is often ignored. Seafarers are proud that they can help these refugees, but they cannot rely on receiving help themselves. Not only that, there are certain cases where seafarers were captured as hostage by pirates at sea. This history also haunts them from taking and saving refugees. Therefore, we believe that seafarers' traumatic experience should be considered as the strong basis for not to assist rescuing mission. Because of the aforementioned reasons, mental health care are needed for seafarers that have experienced this kind of trauma while saving refugees at sea. So we propose that IMO and ILO should cooperate to consider the seafarers' trauma after rescuing refugees at sea. We suggest an addition of guideline under Regulation 4.3, Health and Safety Protection and Accidents Prevention under Maritime Labor Convention 2006. So far, I have proposed ways of compensating measures to encourage them to rescue refugees actively. Now we move on to the conclusions.
As a conclusion, IMO as a United Nations specialized agency will carry responsibility for the safety of shipping, cooperation among governments, practices to technical matters. We believe that IMO plays an important role in solving these humanities issues. The purpose of this proposal is to raise awareness about refugees crisis all around the world, reduce burden both government and shipping industries, and at the same time encourage cooperation. As we know, there are 3 stages according to the timeline. Early stage of saving refugees. When helping, we must know the condition of our ship before we render assistance for the safety of both sides. Second, after saving refugees, compensation must be given to responsible governments and shipping companies to encourage efforts of saving lives and as a token of appreciation. Lastly, treatment to seafarers due to trauma or sickness after the saving process. Therefore, in response to this, firstly, we propose a complementary on merchant ship search and rescue MRSA to provide a standard judgment for unsuitable vessel for rescue large scale of refugees. Under Chapter 3, action by assisting ship for these criteria. A. Safety condition of ship. B. Safety of life on board. C. Strong evidence, refugees crime. And D. Untrained ship crew. Secondly, we propose a solution to each responsible group. We propose that IMO and UNHCR should support the government by paying a proper amount. For example, 6,000 euros per one refugee to European country. Second, we propose the IMO recommends that all vessels sailing at the Mediterranean Sea are mandatory to apply refugee insurance. If insurance company have no insurance coverage for refugees at sea, it is recommended to create one. Third, we suggest an addition of guideline under Regulation 4.3, Health and Safety Protection and Accident Prevention under Maritime Labour Convention 2006. The purpose of Regulation 4.3 is to ensure that seafarers' work environment on board are safety and health. By adding a guideline on B 4.3.1, Paragraph 2 and Paragraph 4, refugee saving and trauma effects. We will suggest all these complementary to the NCSR subcommittee. We hope that all these proposals will be discussed at the next MSC meeting. Before I end our speech, I would like to quote Victoria Hillman. But if the world measures a refugee according to the world story, we will always excuse human suffering that it is not yet as bad as someone else. Ladies, gentlemen, try to put ourselves in their shoes. Hoping to be safe, to live a normal life, to love, to be loved, to have a family. Each individual are fighting their own battles. Let us not compare and help each other for a better future. This is about humanities. Though we do not have the power to solve all problems all over the world, but at least let us help within our capabilities in the world of the sea. Thank you.
국제인류애모임 발표에 대해서 질문 시간 갖도록 하겠습니다.
As the name implies that they have probably truly humanity issue. And in Japan, so first in Japan,
Thank you very much for your inspirational speech. It was really compassionate. But although the mission and the pursuit of the amendments of giving the compensation to each government was very good approach of saving more refugees, but we're just wondering that will the member states of International Maritime Organization buy into or agree to that amendment? Because according to what our team is aware of, the reason why the European Union was able to provide that 6,000 worth of euro per refugees for the rescuing mission was that the European Union is under the legal force of the European Convention on Human Rights, which is a legal force compared to the United Nations Human Rights Guideline, that is most of which are comprised of recommendatory measures that has no legally binding forces. So I believe since International Maritime Organization is under the division of the United Nations, it has a responsibility to follow the United Nations Human Rights Guideline, which has insufficient legally binding forcible measures. So I think even though the mission and the pursuing of the amendment of giving compensation, the direct compensation to refugees, since very humanitarian and good, we're not really certain whether if the member states of International Maritime Organization would vote for this amendment. Could you please elaborate on this point?
It's working.
Okay, so can you I'm sorry, but can you rephrase into just small words?
Sorry for the long phrases. Okay. To rephrase the question, our question was that we are not really certain whether the member states of International Maritime Organization to actually vote for the amendment of giving the direct compensation to the rescue missions.
Do you think that this regulation will work at both?
Yes, by the member
Okay,
states.
so you're asking what our team's opinion on that?
Yeah.
Okay, actually this is only a proposal. So because nowadays there are increasingly numbers of refugees, Syrian refugees, Iran, and there's a lot of countries that are accepting war. Okay, so because of the numbers are increasing, and this is about humanities. Yes, if we do not vote for this, at least we propose something so that we can reduce the number of deaths in the sea. As an IMO, it is our responsibility, so we can save the lives at sea. At least this is within our capabilities, as my constitution is now. So I guess it's just a proposal. So we will fight our best.
May I add up something? Okay. Maybe we, as IMO is under UN, United Nations, so European countries, the refugees not only occur at European countries, also in Malaysia. We also accept refugees in our country. But European Union will not give us the money because we're not under European average country. So that's why we propose that as IMO, which is organizations under United Nations, we believe that, okay, we believe that IMO should do something to solve this problem. That's why we should share responsibility among all the other countries. That's why we propose it.
Can we take call?
Thank you very much.
Oh, you have the same question. Any other further comment from the student? No? Yeah. In such case, I would ask Mr. Kim.
My question was very relevant to the previous question. Well, in order to my intervention was to help you out. And just simple question, could you explain the mechanism of IMO and UNHCR on getting the fund which is needed to provide to the government or the company for the refugees, say, or for the actions the shipping companies has taken.
We never talk about how we can get the funds, but actually UNHCR they already have the funds, but we didn't think IMO how we can provide the funds. But as this is only a suggestion, which is IMO we get along with the UNHCR to provide maybe we cannot provide much money as European country give is 6,000 euro, but at least IMO should do something to think about it maybe in the MSC meeting they should think something how to get the money. But in the UNHCR they already have a fund to give for the countries. So maybe IMO should cooperate with the UNHCR in that part.
답답하게 말씀하시는 거.
I'm also I'm on the same line to this is matter global topics. However, to design law to the IMO is also poor money under the United Nations. And so I'm just wondering how to get collect to the money to support to solve the refugee matter. However, to the nowadays to the United Kingdom also to get the impact to the Black Sea matter. Also the Trump, also the U.S. president also to strongly the protectionism nowadays. Most of global nations is also protectionism. And so how to get the wisdom in terms of to the humanitarian. And so how to get so persuade and to get the shipping sector is also the private sector. However, how to between the official sector and the private sector, how to get the wisdom to this problem. I just want to your comment and your listen your opinion on to the nowadays this globalization is blocking caused by the prophecy.
Okay, that's why we in our research, in the articles we receive a lot of complaint actually from shipping company because they have bear a lot of costs because most of country they refuse about marine nostrums, they cut down the budget, so many of refugees die. So that's why in this case we believe that okay, if the marine nostrums they cut off the budgets, but we as a United Nations, we are organizations and United Nations, we should do something to cooperate between, to give us suggestions to cooperate because as a shipping company they are private part, but as a government they hope that governments do their job, but governments they refuse to take the refugees, and shipping company they have obliged to the bounded to the solution, the regulation that they have to rescue refugees, but then the state never receive their refugees, so that's why I believe that this is quite a big problem that need to discuss in a real situation.
It is very difficult situation, sorry.
Thank you, International Humanity Advisors.
땡큐. 감사합니다. 국제인류애모임의